the stars are closer. Woo! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay, I'll save you my singing. Hello, adventurers. Welcome back. So, do you ever get that question when you tell people that you run ultra distances? No, not the "you're crazy, right?" question. The question after that, the one about what do you listen to on the trail? What do you listen to when you're running for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours? Well, I get that question a lot, and it varies. It kind of changes for me. You know, when I first started running, it was all about the music. I needed the music to pump me up, to get me into it. I would listen to everything from rap to dubstep to indie rock. You know, sometimes it's nice to have something that's very lyrical and you can just tune out of what you're doing and think about the words. And sometimes it's nice to have something that's really heavy hitting and full of bass so that you can just like throw your body into it and again, not think. But then I found, you know, when I was spending half of the week running, that I kind of felt like I wasn't, my head could be making more of its time while I was doing such great things with my body. So I started listening to podcasts. And I loved listening to podcasts like This American Life, where I would hear really funny, interesting stories and I would learn things. I love listening to The Tim Ferriss Show. He is awesome for those of us that are like type A overachievers and have to do everything and want to learn how to be the best we can be. And also for athletes, he's got a lot of great tips for athletes. And what's some of my other favorites? The Know Me Athlete podcast is okay. I haven't listened to that one a ton. Two Dope Queens, they're really funny. Recently I discovered the Waking Up podcast with Sam Harris and I really love him. His voice is just like the smoothest vegan butter you could ever imagine. Ugh. Yeah, he has such a great way of holding himself in his conversations and he has some really great debates. You know, whether or not you agree with all his topics doesn't really matter. It's all about having an open conversation. But lately, even podcasts I have been feeling a little sick of, and I've discovered that I really enjoy just the sounds of nature. Now, when I'm snowboarding, no, I love listening to music, but when I'm running, I just tune into it so much that I don't need any distractions. So, you know, it all depends on how I feel during the day, but if it's not music or podcast or a book, audiobooks are really great. I listened to the entire Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, narrated by Neil Gaiman, on one long run. But again, you know, if you want to just be devouring books, that's a good way to do it. Just listen to them on your long runs. But just being out there, just listening to your own thoughts, that helps you tune into that whole meditative part of running, and it helps you hear your body and hear the earth around you and feel that much more connected. So, you know, if I'm not listening to one of those things, I'm listening to nothing. Listening to nothing is pretty awesome sometimes. So give it a try. What's your favorite thing to listen to? Do you have a favorite book suggestion or a podcast that I should check out? Let me know in the comments and make sure you hit subscribe because I'm bringing you new training tips every single day as I train for my first 100 miles. Till next time.